Artificial neural networks versus deep learning. As we mentioned earlier, deep learning is just an artificial neural networks with many hidden layers. How deep learning works. One of the most difficult and important tasks in machine learning is called feature engineering or feature extraction, which is just extracting the most important features in data for prediction. More often, it is even more important than which model to choose. It is part art and part science. One of the advantages of deep learning is that it's automatic feature extraction phase. Deep learning combines a sophisticated automatic feature extraction phase before applying the supervised machine learning phase. The feature extraction phase uses a hierarchy of several layers of progressive feature extraction. The initial layer is low-level feature extraction, which sends its output to the next layers with higher feature extraction. Convolutional neural network. Convolutional neural networks, or CNN, is a neural network with some convolutional layers in the hidden layers. Convolutional layers have what is called as filter for identifying patterns. One of the most common use of the convolutional neural network is for image recognition. However, they have other uses as well. Let's see a simple architecture of a convolutional neural network for identifying digits. As you see in this architecture, we have two phases for the algorithm. The first phase is the feature extraction phase or feature engineering phase. And the next phase is the classification or machine learning algorithm phase. In the first phase, what is called as convolutional layers, they are used to extract the features in the data. The existence of this feature extraction phase in neural networks and deep learning specifically is actually the core of the power, the root of the power in solving very complex problems. Feature extraction phase. The feature extraction phase in deep learning is a multi-layer or multi-step phase. It starts from very basic features and then would sequentially build more complex features as it's feed into the new layer. Let's see an example for image recognition. This is a first layer. In the first layer, as you see here, the features that have been extracted could be the high density color points or areas or angles or any other thing that might not actually be recognizable to eyes. And as it goes to feed into the next layers, it's going to be more complex and more general. So for example, it's going to be part of a face, a mouth, a nose, or an eye. And then it's going to gradually and sequentially add up to becomes more complex and more general. And as you see here, recognizable as a face of a human being. Deep learning implementation in Python. Deep learning is probably the most popular machine learning algorithm out there. It has a huge level of interest, not just from the public, but from big companies such as Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, and Alibaba. It has been widely studied and researched and has grown a lot. Unfortunately, Scikit-Learn does not support deep learning implementation. However, there are other Python-based packages for deep learning, such as Keras, Lazong, TensorFlow, and Tino. There are libraries also that support high-performance computation via GPU. GPU is graphic processing units. Let's now see the advantages and disadvantages of deep learning, starting with its advantages. Deep learning is very powerful. Deep learning has grown very rapidly through recent years and have become a leading state-of-the-art method for many different and difficult applications. Deep learning can effectively extract features, reducing the required manipulation and time-consuming steps for feature engineering. The deep learning software is flexible, making it easy to apply for different applications. Now, the disadvantages of deep learning. Deep learning can require huge amounts of training data. It can require huge amount of computation resources as well. The resulting models may be actually difficult to interpret for humans.